Good evening. I'd like to talk to you tonight about my Uncle Paul and the fact that I believe that the universe puts people in places and situations and relationships with people to learn lessons. One of the lessons that I've come to learn is that I don't think people are always trying to teach you things. Like, I don't think my uncle has ever tried to teach me anything. I think he just lived his life. And now, as an older person, I think I look back and I go, oh, I learned this from him, and I learned that from him. And the first thing that I can remember realizing about him is I was working this job, and it was a good job, and I quit. And a day or two later, my uncle calls up and is yelling at me, "Why'd you quit? Blah blah blah, this and that." And I don't honestly think that I had talked to him in a month or two, or maybe even three. And within 24 or 48 hours of quitting the job, he's on top of me wanting answers to why. At the time, I was like, whoa. Now I look back and I go, hey, this guy cared enough about me to be paying attention to what I was doing, and then to get into my business when he thought I was making a mistake. That was really something. So I wasn't, no, nobody was expecting him to be ill. Nobody was expecting him to get sick. So we get this phone call. I'm hanging out at my brother's house one day, and we get this phone call. And my uncle says, "Hey boys, I'm dying." And my brother and I are like, whatever. You know, he's got a dark personality, and he can be a little melodramatic. And we were just kind of like, okay. So like a week later, we get a phone call from another family member saying that my uncle's really dying. And so what ends up happening is my brother and I end up staying at my uncle's house for 12 hours apiece. Um, and the last day, my brother's at work all day, and I'm there all day. And then my brother comes for the evening after he gets off of work, and he walks in, and he goes back to my uncle's bedroom, and he comes back out, and he sits down on the couch, and we're talking. Now, the interesting thing about my brother and my uncle is that they shared this amazing connection for my brother's entire life. They were two peas in a pod. They were each other's yin to their yang. I don't know how to describe it, but they had this uncanny relationship. So my brother and I are sitting on the couch, and I don't think it was a minute or two, and the nurse comes out and says that my uncle passed away. And it's amazing to me that my uncle made it all day long when my brother was at work. Fought with everything he had to make sure that he was there when my brother got home. It's really something. Taught me a lot about the power of connection between people. That's the lasting lesson for me. It really changed the way I feel about fear of death and getting old. It recentered the way I feel about people in my life. His greatest gift for me was letting me be there, be part of his life for sure, but I think I learned the most from him from being part of his death. And I believe that the universe put me there on purpose.